Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well today. As you guys know in the last video, or I hope you know because you should have watched the last video, and if you haven't, please check it out. It's going to be in the link down below. But in the last video, we talked about some things that I would do before deciding on college, right? So before we make our final decision, what are some things that we should do? All right? Some of the things we went over was like talking to the school, going to the school, just get feel out an atmosphere and much more. But again, if you want to know the rest of it, hit the link down below and just watch the full video. It's a really good video. As I always say, if you got anything from it, share it to somebody else. But this video today is going to be about, well, what are some things I can do while I'm in college, all right? How could I take advantage of the time? Now, depending on your major, it's going to be longer, but on the 4 years I have in college, what are some things I can do to take advantage of it? Well, number one, talk to your advisors, right? When you first start college, you may not even be too sure on your major, which if you're not, an advisor can help you with that. But let's say you're like me, you're a psychology major. Your advisor is going to put you in the right direction of what classes you need to take. Because how many people know, hey, I need this class, that class? I mean, if you do, great, but still, I would recommend going to an advisor because there's a plethora of options. There are required classes, and then there's like options like, okay, you need uh 9 credits in this subject or this area, right? And then you're trying to decide, oh, what class should I take? Well, your advisor is going to be a huge help in that. They're going to ask you questions. They're going to lay out the options for you and find what the best fit for you is. And again, because you got to think about it. Let's say you just pick a class, but you don't know that that class is not covered for your major. And now not only did you kind of waste a class, but financial aid is not going to cover that class. Now you have to pay out of pocket. And guess what? You just were unaware. You didn't know, and you already took the class, and it's too late, right? We're talking about it's too late before you were able to drop it, right? But even then, you don't even want to get to that point. You want to have your classes set in stone. So again, go to a advisor, have them help you schedule, see what's best for your schedule, and etc. and etc. Okay, so an academic advisor is gonna put you on the right track for your academic goals. Okay, and guess what? College is a lot about academics, right? That's one of the most important things. So that's why an advisor is so important to talk to. I would talk to them with anything. Like when I say anything, I mean like anytime a new semester rolls over, talk to them. Don't think, oh, I got this now. No, I would really recommend going to your advisor. My advisor told me one of the worst things you can do is trying to advise yourself. So again, it's a free resource. They're there for you. Go reach out. Again, they're going to put you on the right track for your academic goals. But next to pair with that, connect with your teacher, your staff, other students, heck, even the cafeteria lady, right? It's important to engage when others in college, okay? You don't want to go through college alone. Just like the advising, you don't want to go through that alone. Just the whole college process of going to class, trying to figure out this, trying to figure out that. You don't want to go through that alone either. So it's important to engage with your teachers and engage with the staff there. Befriend them in a way. Of course, you're not going to be hanging out with them on the weekends, but build relationships with the people that you're going to be around for, again, 4 years. Okay, you have 4 years to build relationships with them. They're going to get you into doors that you would have not gotten into if you hadn't built a relationship with them, right? I mean, let's just be honest. There's times we're like, how did they get this job? Or how did they get this opportunity? Well, they have a relationship with this person who has a relationship with that person. And again, it's like a cycle. If you want to get in that cycle, you got to build relationships. So again, it's very important to connect with them and to pair along with connecting with them. Something that you might be thinking, well, what's one way? Well, this is specifically for students, but how can I connect with my students? We're in class, then we got to study, then we got our own lives. Something I would do is I would join a club or an event if you can that can fit your scheduling, which again, advising can help fit things into your schedule, but we're not going to keep going back to advising. So yes, join clubs, go to events, because I get it, we're busy people, right? But don't try to find time to at least go to one event, go to one club meeting, because even that one interaction, again, is going to build upon something else. Maybe it's just once a month, but again, they're going to remember you. Oh, hey, Elijah, when is the next time you're going to be at a club? Again, or back with connecting with your teachers. They're going to see you and say, oh, hey, Elijah, I know you're into this. There's this summer opportunity coming up. Because, again, not to reverse back into the last topic, but I can't stress enough how important it is. If you just go along getting good grades, the only thing they know about you is your grades, right? That's the only thing they know about you, that you get good grades. Perfect, great, right? But you want them to know more about you. because that's going to help them. Heck, even recommendations, it's going to help them be able to do recommendations because they can tell more about you. Because at the end of the day, you think grades are important, which they are, but who are you? Are you a straight A student who's an a-hole? Are you rude? Are you disrespectful? Do you have any interest? Are you an engaging person, or are you just to yourself? All right? Really think of these things. And even if you are someone to yourself, right? Let's say you're not the most social person. Well, yeah, Elijah's not the most social person, but hey, he's a hard worker. If you need something done, he's going to get it done. Again, they need to know things about you. So, again, I hate to go back, but that's just something that's very important. And with the clubs, that is also good for like resumes and things like that, because they say, oh, this person was involved in this, oh, they were involved in that. This person is someone who's very involved, someone that seems like I can count on. You people like the fact that you're involved, that you're putting yourself out there. That's very important. Expose yourself. That's the only way you're going to find opportunities, if you put yourself out there in the first place. But next up, to go along with exposing yourself, putting yourself out there, make sure that you're doing internships. I cannot stress enough how important it is to get experience while you're in college. Because I say, oh yeah, I get my BA, right? Great. Congratulations. Now I'm applying for jobs, and they keep asking me this question. Like, it's just like they all keep asking me this one question. Hey, what experience do you have? And each time I gave them the same answer. Oh, I don't have any experience. I just graduated. Why didn't you get any experience while you were in college? Because you can get experience while you're in college, right? It is not difficult. It's not impossible to get experience. Think of the long term. Let's say, well, I have a job. Okay, what's more important? The job that you have now, or the job for the future? Right? And what's going to get you the job in the future? Having experience in that field. So it's very important to, again, expose yourself, to get those internships, which all goes together with connecting with advisors, connecting with teachers, because they're going to be able to get you into those doors to help you get into those internships. And once you get the internships, once you get the experience, it's going to set you on the right path. Someone who gets a 4.0, has a BA, is great, but if they don't have an experience, it doesn't come to the same importance as someone who got an associate's with a 3.0, but they have 3 years of experience. They're going to look at that and say, that's better. They are a better fit than you. Yes, you have a 4.0. Yes, you have a higher level of education, but you don't have the experience. And the experience, I would argue, is the most important thing. So I don't care what your major is, what you want to do. Heck, let's say you're like a general studies, or you're just there for sports. Look, try different internships. You might just say, hey, teaching isn't for me. Hey, counseling isn't for me. Hey, being an electrician isn't for me. But guess what? This internship for, I don't know, being a medical doctor, right? That is for me. Let me maybe change my major because I actually enjoy doing this. Or maybe it's not even that. I don't enjoy this company, so I don't want to work for this company, but I like this company. So when I graduate, I want to make sure I'm going here and not there. Okay? Internships is going to answer a lot of questions for you, for your field. So again, take advantage. Make sure that even if your school doesn't offer it, again, it's important to talk to them and say, well, how can I find some internships? They're going to, again, guide you in the right direction. All right, so that's very important. Please get the experience. Do not go through college thinking that your degree is going to get you to the next place in your life. It'll be a good stepping stone, but it's not it. Okay, that is not the full story. You need the experience on top of that. But something to help guide you, like with things like your grades, your schoolwork, is take advantage of tutoring. Okay. Now, as I remember in the last video where I said talk with the school, figure out information, right? Because what I'm about to say is tutoring is free. That might not be the case every college. That's why it's important to talk to college, see what they offer. But we're just assuming you did that and you found a college that is suitable for you and they offer free tutoring. So take advantage of that. Okay, if you need help on a particular subject, don't try figuring it out yourself, and please don't cheat. All right? I mean, if you have to, I'm not knocking you, to be honest, but try not to let cheating be a last resort, okay? All right, because if you're not cheating, you're not trying to win. All right, let's be honest. All right, you got to put effort in to cheat. No, okay, we're not gonna go there. Okay, some of y'all might be looking at me like I'm crazy, like, what are you talking about? Oh, you should never cheat. Some of y'all thinking, yeah, I cheat all the time. All right, but the point is, when you go to tutoring, it's actually gonna help you learn. Because once you cheat, you don't actually learn anything, and especially if it's for a particular thing within your field, you definitely want to go to tutoring because you're going to actually need that skill. Heck, even if it's math and you think, Yeah, I'm not going to use math. Well, things like your GPA are going to come into play, right? You want to make sure you're passing and to begin with, right? There may be certain programs, like certain colleges have honors program and you need a certain GPA. So again, go to tutoring. It's going to help improve your grades. It's going to help improve your test taking ability. So again, go to tutoring. Get the help that you deserve because you're paying all this money. You deserve some free tutoring, all right? So again, get the help that you need. There's no shame in going to a tutor. They're there, again, to help you. Just like the advisor, just like the teacher, they're there to help you. Okay? So why be so prideful to be like, no, I'm not going to go to tutoring. I'm too good for tutoring. I'll figure, no. Because now you got a D on the test. You could have had a B. Heck, even if it only brought you up to a C. Look, it is proven that going to tutoring is going to have a positive effect on your grade. Even if it's by the littlest smidge of a percent, it is going to be better than going in alone. I keep saying this a lot in this video. Do not go through college alone. Okay, please do not. There are a lot of resources out there for you. You paying all this money. You think they got nothing for you? Don't do that. All right. Again, take advantage of these resources. And another one is tutoring. Please go to tutoring. If you got it figured out, if you're doing great, you don't really have to go. But if you know you're struggling on something, heck, even if it's just going to the writing center or having someone check over your essay, please do that, okay? Please do that. Heck, it ain't even got to be an essay. Maybe it's your resume, right? Because there's things, there are people that help you like with resumes as well. So make sure you take advantage of all of that, please, because it's going to be very useful. It's only going to help put you, again, in the right direction. And it's just important. I know I keep repeating the same thing, but it really is important to take advantage of all of these resources. They're there for you. Now, these next two things are completely different, but I want you to do these two things. Make sure that you're working. I don't care if it's part-time, and I want to make sure that you're setting yourself up for scholarships. So, for the first thing, let's say work. I don't care if it's 15, 10, I don't care if it's 10 hours a week. Make sure that you're getting some income while you're in school, because, again, I mean, that's why I'm pairing it with scholarships, because scholarships are not going to come every day, right? You need certain things for scholarships that you're not going to get accepted for every scholarships, and more than likely, scholarships are not going to pay for your whole education for most of us, anyway. If you are fortunate enough, then great. I would still get a job because you need some income, all right? But don't go through college not making money. Again, it doesn't matter about how much money you're making, but you want some source of income. Because guess what? You got to eat, right? You don't want to be in debt, do you? We talk about it a lot. We don't want to be in debt here. All right, on this channel, we don't want any debt. Okay? So make sure you're making some income. Even if it's just used to pay for food. It's better than nothing. All right? Because then you got to use your credit card over and again. Now you doing the minimum payments, which we say never to do. So get a job. Again, it could be at your school, okay? You can do a work-study program where you make, you can only work a certain amount of hours, but again, that's better than nothing. I would still recommend that. And once you're working, got that settled, still set yourself up for scholarships. Because, yeah, you can use that money to help pay for your schooling, but you want scholarships to make it as affordable as possible for you. So set yourself up for scholarships. Again, that's why it's important to talk with teachers, to work on your essay writings, because a lot of scholarships require essays. That's why it's important to go to things like tutoring to work on your writing, to have people check out, your essays and your applications. And again, your grades are going to be important. That's another reason why tutoring is important, because some scholarships are competitive, where not your scholarship, but your GPA is very important. It's not the most important thing, but it's very important in the process, and you might just need a minimum GPA just to get there in the first place. So make sure you're setting yourself up for these scholarships. Stay active on them as well, okay? Like, again, go to your advisors. Go to people, say, okay, what scholarships are coming up? Okay, this is a deadline. Let me make sure I'm getting these scholarships done, and apply for as many as possible. Literally, I don't care if you think I don't match up with it. As I said in the last video, still, even when you're in school, still apply for scholarships. Because guess what? There are going to be people that didn't apply, and then you automatically get it because they're like, well, enough people didn't apply anyway, so let's just give this person this money. It's that simple, okay? It really is that simple. But don't worry, that's it for the vid. I ain't going to keep you guys too long. But that's it for the vid. As I always say, if you got anything from this video, please share it to someone else. If you know someone else that's in college right now, please share it to them. Someone who's in high school, still share it to them, because it can help prepare them for college. But again, please like and subscribe. You should have liked and subscribed when you first watched the video, but I know y'all lazy, so do it now, please. All right, just like and subscribe, please. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week, and peace out.